I'm back. So let's work on exploring this facility while I'm here. I guess the first step would probably be to... Oh no, I already opened up those cryo caskets, right. Got Larissa in the pod for the next 5.5 days, so that should be plenty of time to scout this stuff out. Probably just go ahead and get started on that now. Mal's gonna be busy working on that, so I'll just take a smaller team of Sammy, Biscotti, Thorn. Actually, I'll leave Biscotti. Do Sammy, Thorn, Cornbread, and I guess Margarita? That should be fine. I don't necessarily need like a huge force of people for this. Cornbread probably should eat something, otherwise he might get hungry while we're out. And might as well have Sammy do the same. Oh, right. I do want to also rebuild all this stuff. Which, you know, got super exploded from the rocket strikes. That's what it's for, though. That should be adequate. Just to have something to get those incoming threats to punch up a little bit for those rockets. With that in mind, I suppose it would also make sense to have, let's see, pull Biscotti away from her work for a moment, just to pop these doors open. That way there's some amount of defense at the ship, should it get attacked while the main force is out. It's nice to have a little bit of coverage. In case something attacks and everybody is like, or at least this fighting crew is far away and is trying to rush back while shit's attacking, I like to have something to keep the enemies tied up to some degree. Those can get deconstructed. I don't have the highest hopes of finding a whole lot of valuables here. Oh, well, I say that, and there's a bunch of crates right here. Because generally, I haven't had the best of luck. Oh, hey, some grav panels. Haven't had the best of luck of finding, like, particularly valuable stuff in here. It's usually just going to be mainly the mission. I don't love this situation, as I'm concerned about these hunter drones setting off that explosive there. Let's go ahead and just not go in there at the moment. See if we can go around, maybe up through here. Oh, hey, Sauce is now age 10. You get to pick 3 passions and 1 trait. It's a shame that shooting is not showing up. I'll take plants because he's already got the 1 passion. I'll definitely take medical and probably construction. It's a nice one to have some backup for. So I'm pretty good on mining. I don't really need more artistic. Artistic just isn't coming up a lot for this group. And Biscotti's been able to handle it just fine on her own. Don't really need more intellectual either. Let's see, for the trait we can get annoying voice, which is just bad. Psychopath, which is largely bad, but does at least have some positives. Trigger happy, which is a nice one. Greedy is just bad. body modder would be mostly just some positive mood bonuses, since they're going to be modified at all times anyway, so like they'll just get a little bit of bonus from that. But they already get that from transhumanism in the Inebriati religion, so I'm not worried about that one. And nudism is largely going to be a downside, since I want my people to remain clothed and armored. But trigger happy it is. If I can get another point in shooting, another passion in shooting in the next round of a growth moment, then this could turn Sauce into a absolute machine with the right weaponry. Trigger happy reduces your accuracy by 5, which is a pretty large amount if you're trying to fight at long range. However, that decreased aiming time can lead to some pretty major DPS increases. That's what Sammy's got with his minigun, and he can just tear shit up with that gun. So, definitely has some positives to that. Cool. Good job, Sauce. Hopefully he can get that extra passion shooting. Even with just one, like, he'll be able to be pretty effective, especially if I keep him in close range where accuracy is less of an issue. Like, maybe give him that really good SMG that I think Mal is rocking. But we'll see. Advanced components are always going to be nice to find, so I'll definitely take that. Now with Cornbread's shield, I should be able to open this door and have him go in here and set off this hunter drone without risking blowing that shit up, because that would be bad. Yeah, here we go. The hunter drone pushed him, I guess? Okay, well, didn't really do that much damage. With that thing cleared, though, now I can probably have my gunners come in here. Let's see, Thorn should be able to snipe the big box. Thorn has the opposite of Trigger Happy. He has careful shooting. Just increases aim time, which is why it takes forever and a day to fire his sniper rifle, but also increases accuracy. Ooh! That's why I didn't want the hunter drone to set that off, because it's a big blast. I don't know if my people can realistically survive that blast. I have Margarita just tend to Cornbread without medicine. That damage is pretty insignificant. And I don't think there should be any risk of infection in that case. Ooh, I hear a gun. Yeah, we got one over here. Shouldn't be hard to put that thing out of commission, though. Cornbread's Zeus Hammer tends to stun machines with the EMP effect. Oh, they got another active turret over here, so I should take that one out too. So if he can quickly close on a turret, it's usually going to be trivial for him to just smash it to death. It might hit him once or twice while he's approaching, but once he's up to it, it's done. The only realistic damage they can do is sometimes he'll hit it and it will start to explode and it'll blow up before he can kill it. In sort of a you can't fire me, I quit interaction. And that explosion could potentially do some damage. Usually his shield is enough though. Oh. Got another one of these situations. I'd like... It'd be interesting if I could teleport that hunter drone. Because that is not really a safe place to breach this. I'll see if I can come around the other side. So I can open this door and peek through. Or, you know what? Actually, Cornbread can... Oh, there's another set of drones there. Let's see if Cornbread can get to that. Yeah, here comes the other drones. That's okay. I'll just have some of my gunners come in here and... Oh, fuck. Everyone, back up. That situation should resolve itself in a second here. Ow. See, that's what I was talking about. That explosion can potentially do a little bit of damage. Not much, though. At least that killed the other drones. So that kind of resolves that issue. Which means now I'm going to have Thorn come in here and just shoot at that big bomb. Should held that door open. There we go. Threat neutralized. Is this... Okay, that needs to be hacked. Margarita can potentially do that, if needed. I don't remember, I think... Oh, that one's hacked too. I thought I had one that I'd popped open already. But I might be thinking of the last space station. Steel. Shouldn't really need the steel, but... Good that it's there. What is this? Oh, just a little sculpture. Okay. There's a terminal that can be hacked. And another turret. I'll probably actually just shoot this turret. Mostly just for the sake of... variety. So I can put the smoke down. And then just shoot it. The turrets can't see through smoke at all. So it's a pretty safe way to take these things out. Means you don't have to worry about that explosion either, which is a nice perk. Definitely will say yes to an advanced component box. If I set Margarita to be able to do research work, then she can start hacking some of these terminals. I haven't seen any of those roaming robots around. I'm not too worried about letting Margarita be largely by herself. Okay, there's a turret there that was going to be a threat, but is now disabled. Hack this other one, see what we got. Oh! Need you two to back off. Yep. For that reason. Been a lot of turrets in this facility. Cornbread should be able to take that thing out. Let's see, Margarita's other terminal opened up a blast door over here. Okay, sure. I'll have her hack that top blast door, because that's a pretty big space. You guys can open these boxes. Looks like I'm gonna have to turn back soon. More grav panels. Pretty good on grav panels, but I'll take them. Got another blast door to hack. Let's see what's up here. Haven't had the best luck with those little hatches. Hasn't generally been a whole lot going on in those things. And I've got this lower section. How are we doing on food? Low. I'll finish that lower section off in the next day, I think. Let everyone go back and rest. Ooh. I could load something in that'll launch it elsewhere, but I don't have anything that needs to be launched, since I can usually just do that myself. Oh, we got a turret and a big explosive. Definitely not a fan of that particular situation. So I'll put the smoke cloud down. Have Thorn step into said smoke cloud. Snipe the big bomb. And then watch it explode. Oh, it didn't kill the turret. Lame. That's alright. These guys can just go into the smoke and finish it off with their guns. Oh, hey. Who was able to be spotted, I wonder? Guess it was Cornbread. Must have been right on the edge. Yeah, I'll send the crew home. It's late. I'll let them finish it off in the next day. Looks like all those crappy weapons have been smelted, so I should be able to shut this thing down now. Let everyone eat and rest. While they're resting, I can check to see if I've got any other worn out equipment to load onto the shuttle. Oh, I do still have some stuff to melt down. I wonder why these aren't getting melted. Because I'd load them on a shuttle and just find someone to sell them to, but they're fairly heavy. So that can take up a lot of space pretty quickly. Gotta check my bill for smelting stuff. It's good for awful to normal quality. So if I set that to good, that might solve that problem. Switch it back on, see if that does the trick. I don't have the shelf space to be holding on to a bunch of random garbage like that. There's also this guy, which I'll be putting on trial right around the same time that Larissa is finishing up in her pod, so that should work out nicely. Already took out the non-essential organs that I'm going to take out, so I'll just have to wait on that. Okay, yeah. Mal's got back to work on smelting those other weapons. Good, good. And let these guys do some chores for a little bit. They've got some stuff to clean and gather, and once their food is low enough where it makes a little bit more sense to have them refill, I'll grab them and clear out these last little bits over here. I don't think any of these other things are really going to be worth grabbing. So it looks like Sammy and Margarita are ready to go. Cornbread and Thorn also good to go. Let's go, guys. Finish clearing this last little bit of the facility. Ooh, got some cryopods. To come back to that, those things, always make me nervous. Disallow those. So I don't have somebody walk in there that's not drafted and just randomly set that off. Because I have had these, I don't know what the conditions are, but I've had these things just pop open on their own when somebody just walks up to them, which kind of sucks. Oh! Those little stinger drones, or wasp drones, I guess they're called. Pretty annoying. That's the turret I think that's disabled. Yep. So I don't have to worry about that one, but I do still have that hunter drone. Cornbread shield should be good by the time he gets there. Have him just try to bait the thing. Okay. This is presumably just going to be more of those grav panels, since it seems like that's all of them on this mission. Oh, it's not. Sentience Catalyst. Makes animals smarter and more trainable. I have one that's installed on Slicer, that saber-toothed cat. It's been nice, but I don't think I really need more trained animals, so probably just end up selling those other two. Margarita, go ahead and hack that. You guys can finish clearing this last little bit of space. More terminals. Margarita, actually hack the terminal. Because a lot of times these terminals will end up opening these doors and just saving me the effort of hacking them. They're a little bit faster, I believe. Last door opened. Okay, that was the exterior one. Last door opened again. That one. Ah, there you go. Yeah, just another launchable pod. Did I open these other ones? No and no. Have Margarita work on those. And then the rest of the crew, I think, has pretty much cleared everything. Yeah, so it's just those last two little pods. Oop. Larissa's my best hacker. But normally I'd have her doing this stuff, but Margarita is okay at it. Intelligence of 12 versus Larissa's 15. Which this has actually dropped a lot. Her intelligence used to be a fair bit higher when I had lots and lots of stuff to research. But since I don't, she doesn't actually end up using her brain that much, and unexercised muscles tend to atrophy. Transport pod that's empty. I have run into situations where one of these things will have something in it that you can pull out. Ah, yeah, like this, actually. Ah. Just a dead guy. Well, that just leaves these cryopods. And I think for that, I'm gonna have everyone just go back home. And in the next day, Sammy did take a tiny amount of damage. In the next day, I'll have the entire crew go down there to deal with those cryopods, because those things, the people in them can be pretty rough. This Slicer over here, he's got that Sentience Catalyst. I think it mostly is just making him easier to keep these various trainings maintained. Uh-oh, got a raid. Salvager Pilot Shrew is a grand uncle of Mal. Okay. Two relations to Mal. Outrageous. I wonder if any of them are actually Frothfurs. If they are, it'd be kind of nice to capture them and try to convert them to the good guys. Let's see, it was Shrew, Baseliner, and what was the other one? I forgot their name already. Gwingol, or Gwingol? I don't know. Where are they? Gwinol. Oh. Also baseliner. Alright, well. Yeah, it looks like they're pretty much all baseliners with 1 or 2 hussars. That's fine. So they're going to prepare for a little bit, and then come in for an attack. It's 28 of them. Pretty respectable amount. I wonder if it's going to make any sense to throw some mortar shells at them. I wouldn't want to spend an anti-grain. I've only got one of those left, I think. Yeah, just the one. I want to save that for the mech hive. I'd like to at least have one for the mech hive. But I could throw a few of the regular ones at him. Oh, what? Mortars don't function in orbit. That's disappointing. Okay, well. That's fine too. I guess everyone can just kind of relax for a minute. These guys are far enough away where once their attack starts, I should have time to mobilize. So I can have everyone get a little bit of sleep. Though I do want to make sure that they're in a spot where if they have to get into a fight, they're not going to immediately start starving. The Margarita orbital debris. Oh, okay, well. It says I need to stay under a roof to avoid getting hit by debris. This could just end up... Oh, God. Could just hit the raiders. Yeah? Yeah? One of them got taken out. Oh, it was Shrew. Rip. Looks like a few of them took some damage from it, too. Alright, that was a nice little bonus. I don't think my ship took any damage. Is the roof still intact? Yes. Oh. That must be a holdover from before. Doesn't really need a roof there. Yeah. But I'll still build one. I think this spot, in like a much older iteration of the ship, I think the ship ended here. And this spot was like a box that was around some air conditioners. Keep them protected. They kept running into problems with enemies that were attacking the ship. A whole bunch of them would just beeline to the air conditioners and blow them up, and then try to actually fight people. It was weird. I don't know why they were so obsessed with killing the air conditioners. Okay, the assault is beginning. Which means everyone needs to get in place. I'm gonna put Sammy up at the front. Or no, I'll put him back here. And I'll have Thorn with a sniper rifle. Put over in this spot. Turn these turrets on. Mal can take... Thorn can take this spot. Mal will take... Oh, she's very low on food. That's annoying. She'll take that spot. Let's see, Sam's going there, so we'll have Margarita take that one. Larissa's in her pod, so she'll just stay there. Scotty can go ahead and get into a fighting spot. Cornbread will have to take up a melee spot. And Sauce is already set to pressurize, so they should be fine. And Nails is inside of growth chambers, so they should also be fine. Oh, well, that guy's fucked. Yes. More of them I can thin out before they even get to the fight, the better. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't expect him to take cover there. Well, Thorn, I would like you to go ahead and just blast here. What is he rocking? An assault rifle. So he's probably shooting at Margarita and Sammy. Margarita specifically. If Sammy scoots over one and Margarita just goes up over here, he might not have a shot anymore. Oh, there go the rockets. Oh, devastation! That was good. That was quite good. Oh, I forgot to set that door to not be held open. Alright, Margarita, I need you to go into that door just to close it, because they're going to shoot at that turret, which I'd rather them not do. And with these guys all stacked up, I can probably just go ahead and honestly launch another rocket strike over here. It's going to blow up all this crap, but that's fine. That's what it's for, honestly. Which means everyone else can probably go ahead and get back. That gun's already fired. Honestly, Thorn's doing some pretty good work just sniping from there, so they can stay there for the moment. Once Mal has fired that shot, she'll be good to get clear. And she can fight from over there. Wow, these guys are persistent. I really figured they'd bail out by this point. Looks like he's going to try to get into a trade with Thorn. Thorn actually doesn't have the best cover to fight from here. Unless... Sammy can potentially just grab him and bring him into melee range. Alright, Sammy. Teleport this man. Teleport. Oh, I can't teleport him as far as I normally can. I guess he has to have line of sight to where he's being teleported? Now he no longer has cover. And I should be able to just grab him and teleport him again. Right here. And he's dead. And already in the dumping zone. How convenient. Alright, what loot do I get from this? Some medicines I'll take. That's nice to have. Definitely nice to have some go juice as well. I do see some fresh prisoners. But I don't really need more prisoners at the moment. I don't really need any of this armament over here. So I'll leave that. Mostly just need to get rid of these bodies. Cornbread can go and finish these dudes off. And everyone else... well here, I'll open these doors back up. Everyone else should be able to just go back to what they were doing. Cornbread enjoys finishing people off. So we got all these, my rival died, everyone's going to get that. But then Cornbread should have an extra thing somewhere over here. Oh, they're done. Okay. Yeah, witness death by bloodlust, killed someone. So they get massive, massive mood bonuses for that. 28 and 24, which for scale, having his wife die was minus 20. So plus 28, plus 24, pretty ridiculous. Margarita also likes this sort of thing. And it looks like there's someone else to take care of here. There we go. Yeah, so she's got some pretty big bonuses too. Good deal. Nice job, everyone. I have too much steel, frankly. Definitely got to turn the crematorium back on, because that's a lot of bodies. And these can go back to being powered off. What's this? Yeah, see, I don't really want to sell my ship, so I'm going to have to pass on that one. Oh, you know what? I bet with these cremate corpse things, yeah. I could set these to only be done by either cornbread or margarita, since they don't mind seeing bodies. I'll set these to cornbread. Because margarita's often busy with plant stuff. Yeah, that's better. If I'm gonna have somebody that's traipsing back and forth between the body pits and the crematorium, I'd prefer it to be someone who's not disturbed by the sight of dead bodies. That just makes sense. I think I actually got another mission. Rescue a Neanderthal. I don't really have a lot of reason to do that, though. I'll never hear from them again. They're good at shooting. But I really don't want to have non-Frothfurs on board, because with how high their vacuum resistance is, it just makes it easier to have everyone be pretty chill with the concept of being in space, rather than having a few that have some special considerations. Now, I need to get rid of some of this steel. I don't know how I ended up with so much of it, good lord. But it's too much. I also think I need to be getting rid of some of this wall, perhaps? Or here, I can put some barricades behind the walls. Made of steel, actually. So that way people stop trying to take cover up against the walls like the snipers were doing. So I prefer them to try to either fight from over here or to come up through this little chicane. Having onesie-twosie hiding back here is unhelpful. In fact, I'll probably dismantle these as well. Hopefully now they'll either try to fight from here or just go up. Is that corner, that rocket strike on the corner, oof. That was rough for them. How's the meal situation looking? Okay, all caught up more or less on the lavish meals. That's good. Plenty of packaged survival meals too. Oh right, because those yellow ones. I do want to get those off the shelf, since they don't stack with the other stuff. Ooh, my wood supply is pretty fucked. I guess a lot of the wood got used up making more fuel. I don't know why that legendary EMP launcher is just sitting in the door. That's not ideal. I got too much garbage in the ship. I want to get rid of some of it. I suppose I can make a shelf out of steel. In fact, I'll make 2 shelves out of steel. Link them. Set their storage to only be steel. With critical importance. reinstall them over here, actually. Oh, we got an eclipse. That's gonna mess up my power generation. I think I'm gonna have to turn off the grow light for the day. Normally I could run the generators to help make up for the difference, but since I'm basically out of wood, don't really want to burn more fuel than I need to. I can use rice and make fuel out of rice, but I don't have a surplus of rice either, so probably best to just be a little more conservative with the fuel for the moment. Okay, so these are 75 a stack. Which means it's 450 a shelf. That's 900 there. I think I'm actually going to put 2 more shelves like this. Because I really only want to keep like 2,000 steel or so on board. I don't need more than that. It goes away fast when you need it. But at the same time, there's a lot of ways to get steel. Oh wow, I'm crushing my power. Oh right. Gotta turn off these other extra major power draws. My batteries are almost empty. Still going through power at an alarming rate. How much do these take? 150 a piece? That's not huge. But I can still shut them down. Because I'm going to run out of power in like seconds here. Don't need the Taylor bench running. Got a ton of like onesie-twosie stuff I could turn off. I'm trying to look for the big sources though. They don't have too much crap to turn back on. I can take out these air conditioners. They don't need to be on at the moment. Might have to turn on the generators. I guess the machining table doesn't need to be on. How much power do these draw? 80 a piece? That's a fair amount. Losing 1,000 watts. What do the lights take? So I've got a lot of lights. I can work without lights for a moment, and it's easy to switch them back on. There might be a ton of them, but since I can just double click to select them all, it's trivial to adjust them. 15, and there are 22 of them. Wow. It's still only like 300 watts. Uh, 50 watts for that. I'll turn off all the lights. And turn off the fabrication bench because that's not needed right now. I do kind of want to keep the stove going. Turn off the vitals monitors. No one's doing surgeries at the moment. Should help. Okay, now we're down to 250. What can I pull down for... yeah, here we go. Turn off the nutrient paste dispenser. Now we're at 50 overage. Can I just lose a little bit more power? Comms console. There we go. Done. Just gotta remember to turn all that crap back on when this eclipse is done. Yeah, now we're actually getting a little bit of power. I think what I should do next is probably go get that other grav core, because with the other grav core I could get another one of these grav core power cells which would be an extra 1200 watts of baseload power. And that would cover almost everything I just turned off right now. Should be pretty close to it too. I'm currently about here. And the GravCore mission, oh, it's all the way down here. I wouldn't say I'm close to it, but I'm not super far away. I can probably get that in 2 jumps. So I could maybe jump somewhere into this temperate forest. There we go, the eclipse is over. Come to that temperate forest and then get to the mission from there. Power all that crap back on, get the vitals monitors back on. Application bench back on. I feel like I'm forgetting something that I said I didn't want to forget. Power these back on as well. What was it? Well, I guess I'll figure it out eventually. Oh, I'm glad that didn't happen during the eclipse. Having that battery breakdown would have been unfortunate. I almost ran out of power. Got 1.5 days left until Larissa's out of that pod. And it's about noon. How's everyone's food looking? Margarita needs to eat. Scotty should be alright. Everyone else is fine. After Margarita eats, I'm going to have everyone go down there and wipe out that cryopod situation. But I think I'll do that in the next episode, so I'll see you guys in a little bit.